Hey YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is LaDonna. I'm a homeschooling mom of two, and on my channel I just like to share what we are learning, how we are growing, and what God is doing in our lives. Okay, I have been MIA for a couple of months. I do apologize for that. This year we faced some unexpected health needs. I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos toward the end of last year that my daughter suffered a buccal fracture near one of her growth plates back in September. She did not need surgery, but we went back and forth between hard cast, soft cast. She had to have some physical therapy. And just to give you a little bit of perspective, today is April 1st. We go on Tuesday for her to be officially released from the specialist. Though everything healed correctly, the doctors wanted to watch and make sure that her alignment was not going to be affected. I also had some health concerns. I had surgery back at the end of February. Everything went really well, and I'm so thankful for that. However, you know, when you've got all of this life stuff happening, it is just amazing how little time you have left over. So anyway, I really put YouTube on the back burner as far as giving updates and just letting you know how we were doing and how our journey has been this year. Anyway, here I am now. I am sharing this video for two specific reasons. I wanted to give you just a quick update and let you know how our curriculum choices have gone, and also to let you know that I have purchased curriculum for the upcoming school year. So I wanted to share this video and give you reviews on what we have used. I'm not going to tell you everything that I've purchased for the upcoming school year, but I do plan to give you some ideas as to what we're doing or what we're not doing for the upcoming school year. So anyway, for those of you who don't know, I have two children. This is our third year of homeschooling. My son is a 7th grader and my daughter is a 5th grader. And what I have right here, I just pulled pieces from their core subjects. So in the state of Missouri, I am required to teach 4 subjects. That is English language arts, math, science, and history. We do have to have 1,000 homeschool hours a year. I do have extras, but I'm not showing you any of the extras. I just want to go over the core stuff. But before I do, I want you to know that in spite of our health concerns this year and just life in general, we have had a really fantastic year. I did not have to make any changes. There was one curriculum in particular, and I know that I have said it more than once since we started the school year, that we had to tailor significantly, but other than that, everything worked. Now, this is going to be surprising because as I'm sharing some of this curriculum with you, I am going to let you know that we're not going to be using it next year. So it probably sounds silly for me to say, well, it worked, but we're going to change it. The change is not because it didn't work for us. It's just that it's time. My son will be an 8th grader next year. My daughter will be a 6th grader. So technically I'm going to have 2 middle school students. And for those of you who are seasoned in homeschooling, you know that there are some things that your family outgrows. And that is what has happened with a few of these pieces. So anyway, all in all, we had a really great year. I'm really thankful that I didn't have to make major changes, even though we had a lot of personal stuff going on. My children thrived. I really feel like we found our groove. And again, I've ordered curriculum for this upcoming school year, and I'm really excited to share those pics with you. It'll probably be May before I'm able to make those videos and get them out. What I also don't have in here are what we do on Friday. If you've been around here, you know on Friday we kind of put all of our Monday through Thursday curriculum to the side, and we kind of do specials. We call it our enrichment. We did put that on hold for a little bit. We did continue our Beautiful Feet books and a few of the other little things that we had, but just due to life, I had to push the pause button on our enrichment. Fridays turned into just English language arts. and math, and then I just kind of looped things weekly. So anyway, let's go ahead and get in. I'm gonna start with my 7th grader. His stuff is right here. It's all on the floor. So I'm just gonna pick it up and we're just gonna go through it as it comes. We used the Fundamentals of Math by BJU Press. This is actually the work text, but we also purchased the distant learning feature. Now that was a first for us. We came from teaching textbooks. We love teaching textbooks, but I wanted teaching textbooks to take more of a supplemental role within our homeschool. I wanted to get back to pencil and paper, but I also know that 7th grade math is it's the fundamentals, right? It's everything that they have been learning to prepare them for pre-algebra. So I was really intimidated by that at first, and that is what drove me in this direction. And you know what? It was a good thing. This has been good for my son. This has been good for us, and it was good for this year. I have no complaints. My son has really thrived, and it really helped create that independence and responsibility that I was looking for. However, I can tell you we are not going to be using BJU Press distance learning for pre-algebra. Again, it's not that we didn't like it. This curriculum just served us for this year, for 7th grade, for the fundamentals of math, but that's all we need. The Lord's given us some clear direction for pre-algebra, and that's the direction that we are going to go in, but I do believe that this did what I needed it to do, and it has prepared him for pre-algebra. So again, this is the Fundamentals of Math by BJU Press. We did use the distance learning videos, and it served us well for this school year. Okay, what I have right here is his science. He used God's Design, the Physical World. The units found in Physical World are machines in motion, heat and energy, inventions, and technology. And we went with Physical World because he picked it. We had done God's Design for Life last year, and I just showed him, hey, what do you want to do for 7th grade? And this is what he picked. So we are very familiar with this. It has worked really well. He did, of course, what is recommended for 6th through 8th graders. And you know, we didn't have any issues. I didn't make him do that last year just because we were doing science as a family. But he did do it this year, and I felt like it challenged him the way he needed to be challenged. He is almost done with this. He is on Monday, or actually when we come back from spring break, because we're taking a spring break next week. When we come back, he will be on lesson 17 in the 3rd unit. So if that gives you any idea as to where we are or where he is in this. But we're familiar with this program. We love this program. The material's fantastic. Again, it served him well for the 7th grade. But I am here to tell you, for 8th grade, we will not be moving forward with God's Design. And again, it's not because we don't love it, because we do. It's just time for something else. I can just see it in both of my children. I can sense it in our homeschool, and it's just time. So anyway, fantastic curriculum. He really loved the Physical World, but it will not be coming with us for 8th grade. So for history, we used the World Story, specifically the Middle Ages, and this is by Master Books. So last year we were doing history as a family when he was in 6th grade, and we studied ancient history. So for this year, we decided to do history separately. It's actually gone fantastic. My son has loved this. He has told me countless times that history is his favorite subject, and I have this curriculum to thank for that. So just so you know, we are going to move on to the World Story 3 for 8th grade. He has loved it. He has loved the format. It is written very well, and I have been very pleased with the teacher's guide and the worksheets and the review that has come with this. This is exactly what I was looking for middle school history. I cannot recommend it enough. Now, I do want to add that my son, he is motivated as a student. He does take initiative, and reading, getting him to read is not an issue. Okay, so for English language arts and writing, we did something new. So since we have been homeschooling, we use BJU Press, grammar and writing. I'm a huge fan of the elementary editions of BJU Press writing and grammar. It is a fantastic program, and I believe it provides a strong foundation for middle school and high school. However, they have been revising several of their editions, and when I was looking into the new edition for 7th grade, I just did not feel like that was the direction we needed to go in. So we decided to go with Fix It Grammar for grammar. This is level 3, and this is Robin Hood, and this has been fantastic. He is almost done with this. I think he's got like 2 weeks left. Yeah, let me check. I think he's got like 2 weeks left, maybe 3 weeks left, and he will be finished with this, but this has worked really well for him, and I will be buying the next level for 8th grade. So that's what we did for grammar. So I think you know where this is going. If you're new and you didn't watch our curriculum picks for the upcoming school year, but we also went with IEW's structure and style for writing. So this is level B, and this is year 1. And there's a lot that I could say about this. My son is a very strong writer. Again, he's a strong reader. He's a strong writer. We don't have any issues in this department. I think that this is a fantastic program. However, what I do not like are the videos. The videos are really, really long. And I don't like that. You know, that probably sounds silly since we purchased the BJU Math, the distance learning, but those videos were no more than 20 minutes long, and not all of them were 20 minutes long. He just did a video that was only 10 minutes long, and the videos for this fluctuate. However, I felt like he really did spend a long time watching the teaching sessions for this consistently. So with that said, we will not be moving forward with the structure and style by IEW for 8th grade. I do think that it's a fantastic program. I am very pleased with the progress that I have seen with him. However, I just feel like I would prefer him to be giving that much time to writing than to watching a video. So again, this is fantastic, but we're not moving forward with it. And also, I will not be using this with my daughter. And I also will add that I think that this is more appropriate for middle schoolers and high schoolers. We almost considered this for last year for my daughter, and after going through it with my 7th grader, I'm really glad that we didn't do that. So anyway, take that and use it how you will. It was good for this year, but we're not moving forward with it, and I seriously doubt I will use this with my daughter in the future. So anyway, worked well in 7th grade. It will not be coming with us in 8th. Okay, so that was for my son, who is currently a 7th grader. Let's move on to my daughter, who is currently a 5th grader. Okay, so again, this is just her core stuff. I don't have any of her extras. I just wanted to give you quick reviews on their core subjects. Okay, the first thing I have right here is Phonetic Zoo by IEW, and this is level A. I don't know if you can see that. This is just the CD. I didn't pull out all of the other material. I just kind of wanted to make this short and sweet, but this has been fantastic. Hands down, the best spelling curriculum, the best spelling material that we have come across are used in 3 years. We will be continuing with this. She is almost done with level A, and I have seen tremendous progress. The only regret that I have is that I did not use this sooner, and if there's anything that has stood out to me all year long, it is this curriculum. It is well worth the investment, and it has been exactly what my daughter has needed, and I am so thankful that we have used this. So again, we will be buying Level B for 6th grade. Okay, next is science. My daughter went through Heaven and Earth, or she's going through, she's almost done. She went through God's Design, and she went through this Master Books edition, and this one goes over our weather and water, our universe, and our planet Earth. Again, she is a 5th grader, and it was perfect for her for science. We have used God's Design by Master Books, our God's Design, but this edition by Master Books in the past. We love them, but we will not be moving forward with them. I believe that my daughter and even myself were ready for something different for 6th grade. So again, we do love them. I highly recommend them. I think it's fantastic material, but just because we're entering a new season, and I'm entering a new season with 2 middle schoolers, it's just time for something new. So she will finish this very soon. And I have really enjoyed everything that we have both learned, but it's just time. Okay, next is history. And I think that this is another standout for me. So this year for science and history, my children, they went in different directions. We used to do those 2 things together, but just due to their needs and also time, they have been doing them separately. So for 5th grade, we went with the Heritage Studies by BJU Press. Now, if you know anything about 5th grade, typically American history is studied in 5th grade. 5th, 4th grade, it just really depends on where you are. My son studied American history in 5th grade, so I just wanted to go ahead and really set my daughter's history journey off well, and we started with American history. She studied history last year and the year before with us, but I feel like you really don't get serious until 5th grade, so we decided to go with BJU Press. And again, this is American history. Just to give you an idea, it started with Chapter 1, America's First People, and it goes all the way to, it has 20 chapters, and the 20th chapter is Change Sweeps the Nation. So just so you can see, what page is that? Just so you can see what that looks like. So again, 20 chapters. We're not going to do all 20 chapters. We're only going to go, we're fixing to stop. We're going to stop at chapter 18, Leader of the Free World. But anyway, for an American history curriculum that is truthful but unbiased, it is fantastic. This does come from a Christian worldview, but as far as, you know, issues like slavery and things like that, I felt like they were discussed really well, right? Like, I don't want anything that's watered down, but I don't want anything that's not fully the truth. I want something that is age appropriate, but also leaves room for me as the parent to take the discussion where I want it to go. We also hit on communism and things of that nature, and I thought that they did a very good job. So I'm very pleased with this. I know sometimes picking an American history program is not the easiest, but this has been really good. Again, it's a Christian perspective, but it's unbiased, and it just really gave me the opportunity as a parent to step in and take these conversations further. So I've been very, very pleased with this. She will not be using BJU Press Heritage Studies for 6th grade, but I never really intended for us to go any further than 5th grade. I was just looking for a really solid American history program, and it has worked really well. And I did teach this. We did not do the distant learning. There is an activity manual that goes with this, and that is a fantastic resource. I've talked about it in other update videos, but the built-in review the critical thinking, the discussion questions that are in there, they are fantastic, and I'm just so thankful that we went with this year. Okay, so for writing and grammar, there's not a lot to say. If you've been around here, you know this is BJU Press. This is English 5, writing and grammar. Again, this is the second edition. Everything has been revised except 6th grade. We will have to use the second edition for 6th grade, but if you were to purchase 5th grade, I believe you would purchase the revised edition. I think BJU Press will still sell the second edition, but for the most part, I know that the newly revised edition is what's really being pushed. But in the second edition, you have 16 chapters of writing and grammar that alternates, and that comes to about 160 lessons, and we love it. All of her writing projects have been strong. Her grammar, I feel like it is just continuing to be reinforced, and I'm just really pleased, and we will be using the 6th grade level for 6th grade. So again, it's just fantastic. You get writing and grammar in one. The teacher's guide holds my hand, and I have no complaints. This is my second year to teach English 5 with BJU Press, and it's been fantastic. I have no complaints. So I'm looking forward to going through 6th grade again with my daughter. I went through it with my son, and now I'll be doing it with my daughter. Where we're gonna go from there, I don't know, but that's in the future. We're gonna talk about now. Okay, last but not least is math. And if you've been around here, you know that we decided to go with Simply Good and Beautiful Math 5 by The Good and the Beautiful. My daughter is on she's on lesson 96. So I think that there are 118 in this book, but then there's like 2 lessons of a course review, so about 120. So we're almost there. This has been the one thing that I have disliked all year long. Now I know that that's really strong language, but we had to significantly tailor this to fit my daughter. Also, this is not a student-led curriculum. My husband teaches this. Now, the two of them sit down together and they watch the video and they go over the mini lesson, and then he is there to assist her as they work through the practice problems and the review. But this is advertised as a student-led curriculum. It's not. Unless you have been using this from the very beginning, then I think by the time you get to level 5, yes, it is student-led, but if you're just coming in, absolutely not. Again, this has challenged us the most because we've had to tailor it the most. Level 5 came with a mental math book. We didn't even use it. We didn't even use it. I didn't throw it away. I threw it in the closet, and I'm like, we're not even gonna worry about it. So we didn't even get to use all of the components that came with it. We made the curriculum serve us. So anyway, my daughter has gone through every lesson, and she's almost done. But what I have to tell you is she has made significant progress using Simply Good and Beautiful Math 5. My husband and I are actually both very shocked with where she is in this program, what she has retained in this year alone. So I will be moving forward with Math 6. However, I am hoping after a year with Simply Good and Beautiful Math, we won't have to make as many adjustments as we did this year. So I just want to say that this was my least favorite. It was challenging for all of us. I didn't find it user-friendly, and we had to make several changes just so it could work. But overall, I'm hopeful because of this past year, 6th grade will be an easier transition. All right, friends, that is my review for our core subjects. I hope that this video helps you. I know that a lot of people are actively researching and purchasing curriculum for the upcoming school year. If you have any other questions about anything, please feel free to ask me in the comments below. I know that I didn't get to share any of our read alouds or any of our extracurriculars, but everything has gone really well. My kiddos are still doing what they were doing before. We still read aloud. I read about a book a month, and everything is just going really, really well. No complaints. But if you have a rising 7th grader or 5th grader and you are interested in any of these curriculums, I hope this review serves you well. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye.